I'm so used to this now, because this is the halfway point. Um, it is time again for another week to continue my debrief, despite the fact that my analyst has been, let's say, a bit of a shambles, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna stop. So, debrief average time, getting used to this. Hams are up to 29 in the Latin. It's been 24.5, so I was absolutely psychic about a jump. Still 34 and 39, holding one of the highest, not the highest in ballroom anymore, but still very, very high. LET still remains in 22. Was a bit surprised that she shouldn't be because she was undermarked, but ballroom 29, pretty good, and her speciality, one of the best at 35. Tony, Latin is 18.5, ballroom 23, and his speciality is down by 1 point to 23, so consistently the lowest in all aspects. So I don't know if his jive, I mean, he might be good at the kicks, but his height will be an issue, and I just don't know how long he can go for. Do you think I don't know if he'll make the final. It's possible, but on a dance beat, it shouldn't be. Fleur, 30.5 in Latin, 31.5 in ballroom, so 33 in speciality. So, not the highest in any of them, but she's one of the only ones to be on the higher end of all aspects. Well, 29.6 in Latin, 32.5 in ballroom, and 29.5 in speciality. So, again, no 10s yet, but going well, and I think the ballroom will rise tonight even more. LES no longer here. Now I can just put Ellie on these. 28 in Latin, 28.6 in ballroom, and 31.5 in speciality. So that's nice averages to leave on. Molly, 33 in Latin, 34.3 in ballroom, the highest now, deservedly, and 31.5 in speciality. Kind of get that up a bit. Speciality's lower than it should be for her. Helen, 31 in Latin, big rise after jive, 32.5, which is actually a mistake. It's 31.5, but I think it was right in what it should be. And her speciality is 30.5. Tyler, 33 in Latin, 30.5 in ballroom, bit of a dip. Don't think he's a natural at ballroom, and 32.3 in speciality. Kim, 29.6 in Latin, 27 in ballroom, could be a bit higher, and 35 now in speciality. So ballroom's not her strong suit, which I'm actually quite surprised about. So there you go. So that's the new average board. Right, new scores. Ellie and Ian and got 4 10s out. Kim, Molly, Hamza, and Helen. I think Helen should have still got more 10s because it wasn't a mistake, it was a transition. And also the hat thing she did that well. Molly was a 10 because there were no technical faults. They didn't give one criticism, and yet none of them give a 10. Don't know why Kim wasn't more 10s either, and Hamza got his deserved 10s. Fleur and Will were on a 9 for me. LES was on an 8, and LET and Tyler deserved the 7s, and Tony with a 6. So there you go. That's how I would have put it. I'm not bad with these scores, you know. Right, get this one over. Oh. Who was Anne lying with? Right, I actually made a mistake. That says 7.75 there. But I accidentally did Anton's average instead of mine. And I thought we were on the same score. No, well, Anton is 7.69. I'm 7.75. So he continues to be the closest to me. But by 0.6, I marked higher. So then Shirley was 7.22, Motsy's on 7.57, and Craig is always on 6.33 as the lowest. So every week has been the same, so it's looking like I think you know who the answer will be, but you know, I might as well just put it now. Right. Next thing, what have we got here? Oh yes, new to the average board, judges and me were very in line for LES, leaving on 29.28 as her average, and mine was 29.68, so that means she is leaving in 10th. So there you go. Right, brush this up a bit. There, that looks better. Right, what's this now? Best scores. Oh, right, so LES was 30 in ballroom, 30 in Latin, 33 in speciality. So she left on her best score. Right. Quick fire that. What's this? Worst scores. 27 in ballroom, 26 in Latin, and 30 in speciality. Some people don't even get that for their house. That's very, very good. Right. Quick fire on that. Oh, a prediction sheet, like them. Right. This week I predicted that Hams and Kim will get 10s. I'm regretting putting Kim, because I think Helen and maybe even Tyler could be in with a chance for 10. I've no room in this paper, but I could squeeze them in, which is what I'm gonna do. So I don't know if I should put both of them on. I'm thinking of doing so. Definitely think Hams has got the most potential to get a 10 this week. I don't know. Well, I've made the decision that I would put her a very poorly drawn Helen, but Hams, Kim and Helen. Still, I think Hams will get a 39. I just think Craig's holding that 10 paddling until Blackpool at the earliest. So there you go. Although I was wrong, as I said, Molly, Will and Helen. The only one I got right was Helen, and of course I got my 40 right. So there you go. Best score from the judges. Molly still, after 4 weeks, continues to be on 35. LET still on 35. LES jumped to 33. Hams is still on 39. Will's been on 34 every week. Hasn't beaten it yet. Tony on 31. I think that'll be his highest. Tyler's still on 38. Fleur's on 38 again. I don't know when that will be beaten. Helen's on 937, big bit of a jump. And Kim is now on 37, because I think that was her breakthrough routine, because that's put her as going out, I think. So what are the worst scores? Tony's still on 15, Hams is on 24, Will's still on 23, LET still on 21. They're all out. LES leaves on 26. Helen's been on 26 every week. Fleur's still on 28. Kim's still on 23. That's good. Nobody's getting lower. Molly at her 1 point dip to 30 still. And Tyler's been on 22. So yeah, that's good. Right. 3 more things. What are they? Oh, right. What's this? Oh, who will win the show? Right, I had put Molly and Carlos the first 4 weeks. I doubt that's going to happen now as much as I like them. Hams and Joeda, I think, will be being filled out every week. Who I want to win. Well, there's no point keeping a secret. It's a toss-up between Hamza, Molly, or Helen for me. And I don't know who I want to put down. Because Molly was my favourite from the start. But Hams and Javita have better chemistry. And Helen is the has had this best journey as a dancer, so I am not sure who I would pick. It's just as well you get 3 votes, isn't it? I'll have to give 1 to each. Right, so last week was the worst prediction I've made so far, with saying Kim and Graziano will be leaving because they got a 10. So, LES is who I should have predicted. I should have known from the colour mistake that that whole thing was a mistake. So this week I'm guessing that Fleur and Vito will be going. Because I do think Fleur and Molly is going to be the bottom 2. Even though I don't want it to be, but there's a strong chance it could be because Tony has the fan base and unlike the likes of Anne and John and Ed, isn't a politician, so he isn't controversial. So he probably is going to last at least until Blackpool. So the last thing for tonight is top and bottom prediction. So every week my top's been wrong. But this week I'm determined to get it right with putting Hamza as my top and Tony at the bottom. Because I should have put Tony last. I did put LET last week, and I was so close, but wasn't quite. So, yeah. I've only gotten it right twice. So I think this week will be my lucky week. I would have got it right, the top right for last week if Helen hadn't made that quote-unquote mistake. So that was a good call. So there you have it. So I think I'll be right on both of them tonight. So there you go. I like it. Every week that street light is on by the time I'm done. And not 5. So that's good for preparation. So there you go. That is another week, another intellectual video that nobody really asked for, but I like doing it for my, benefit. So there you go. So bye.